Hello. It's September, baby. It's September. Oh, that's in September. Can't remember the words. I'm so buzzed and energized. Even though right now, as I'm recording this, it is tipping it down with rain. The world is getting a good rub down. Rub down, wash. I've got a cold sore up my nose. And I've forgotten how to record a podcast. It feels so long. It feels so long since I've actually sat and recorded loads of podcasts in my studio. This is now the studio, if you're watching, my Pink Leopard office. And I was like, how do I put on the mic? So I hope you can hear me all right. I hope it's all okay. I don't know what to do in my hair. If you're watching, don't know what to do in my hair. And I feel like the light's a bit bright. Let's see. Done is better than perfect, remember. Done is better than perfect. Let's just hope this rain noise doesn't distract you. Oh, it is September now. As you are listening to this is episode 326 of No Rest for the Vivid Business podcast. I'm just going to do a little reintroduction in a moment. But if you are listening to this and you have children, I really hope that they are back at school. Because if you are running a business, this is the optimum time to put all your lovely little ducks in a row and make some shizzle happen. Make some shizzle sizzle. Is that a brand new little phrase? Should we make some shizzles? Oh, if I can say it. Shall we make some shizzle sizzle? You and me, babes. Shall we make some shizzle sizzle? Yeah? If you're listening to this, I'm not going to say about this phrase, well, let's not. I might get too excited about it. Warrior, if you're listening, message me right now. Shizzle sizzle. I'm ready to make some shizzle sizzle. Oh, I'm full of it. I'm absolutely full of it. And I want to give you all like a little boost of energy in this podcast because remember, this podcast, I make it for you, for you, for you in your business, leading a team, whatever you're doing. You've obviously want to grow your brain, grow your heart, grow your love and your life, all of the things and make those dreams come true because between me and you know that you're made for more. You know that some part of you wants more and you want to work out how to make it happen. This is what we're here for. No rest for the vivid because there is no rest. Well, there is. Let's be fair. I got that title 4 years ago because the podcast is almost 4 years old, by the way. The podcast, no rest for the vivid. I am a massive advocate for rest, but I still want you to be extremely vivid. Should we get started? So this episode is all about harnessing and making the most of the September energy, but you may be new here. You may have just started a business. You may have just discovered me in podcast world or on Instagram and think, oh, she's a little bit of me. I want to deep dive and binge everything that she's got. And you're like, who the bloody hell is she? Now, I have updated the story page on my website. So if you really want to know the ins and outs and the backstory and get to really know me, go ahead there. I think the web address is clarehill.uk/my story, but you can just put clarehill.uk and it's in the menu. You can find all about me plus a playlist of podcast interviews because I met somebody the other day and they've just released a podcast and I was like, I've listened to it and it was brilliant. And they said to me, I said, oh, have you listened to my podcast? I was taking the piss a bit, really. And they were like, no, but I listened to you being interviewed. I wanted to hear what you would be like being interviewed. And so maybe, there you go. You can learn even more about me. I do go off on a couple of those interviews. As you'll find if you're new to this podcast, I like going off on this as well. And so you don't miss any rants about things that I'm very passionate about, which will probably give you a wonderful kick up the bum. Go and subscribe or follow. See, I forgot the bloody hell what to ask. Subscribe or follow wherever you listen to the podcast. We celebrate every single one of you. We track the YouTube subscribers, we track the Spotify subscribers, and we track the Apple. To be honest, I don't know any other where else the podcast is. Though it is hosted elsewhere, but I can't remember where. Amazon, maybe? Might be some other places. Anyway, by the by, wherever you're listening, go and like and comment and share. Send me a question because this podcast, almost 4 years old. And God, I'm going to tell you a story about like the amount of imposter syndrome I've felt about this podcast. And I'm actually recording an episode about it, because even though I've been doing it for 4 years, I still feel a bit, am I even doing it right? Is anyone listening? So I'll talk about that in another episode. Today, let's focus on September energy. Now, I was going to say, let's get physical. Olivia Newton-John just jumped into my head. Let's get physical. No, let's not. Let's get fucking focused. Let's get focused as fuck, because let's imagine that we've just gone back to school. Now, even if you didn't really like school, to be fair though, sometimes it might have been really hard for you to go back to school. Okay. I know my little boy, he's a pretty confident little boy, but he was feeling a bit uneasy because it's all unfamiliar, it's all brand new. So I want you to picture that you loved school, and hopefully you did, because it's not about the unfamiliarity, it's the fresh start. The way that I plan for my business, and if you are in the Vivid Business Club, you know that September is the beginning. It is the beginning of the business year. This is where you get to set your dreams and set the sat nav and get really focused on how or what you're going to do and move around in order to make those dreams happen. Right? I know there are members currently, I'm thinking of one very in particular, who joined the Vivid Business Club a year ago, and the moves she has made in the last year because of setting those intentions this time last year. When she came into the Vivid Business Club, she was worrying, she didn't feel that confident, she didn't know she could make that money, the money that she needed because she'd left a career. And well, I've got to say, mountains are being moved because she surrounded herself with the right people. Now, the Vivid Business, this is not me trying to convince you to join the Vivid Business Club, by the way, because I'm not done doing that, but you know when you're ready for the Vivid Business Club. You know when you want to stop playing small, you want to be surrounded by people that get it. You want to be surrounded by people that lift you up and make you feel like normal and not weird for having big dreams and big doubts all at the same time, and that get it, because we're all women and mums in the Vivid Business Club. Not saying that if you're a bloke listening to this that you don't get it too. Of course you do. But we do talk about periods, and we do talk about menopause, and we do talk about women stuff because we're women. So, we did have one man, Tony, brilliant. Oh, he got it. But it's not really saying that though. If a man wants to join, I wouldn't stop him. I wouldn't, because it's all about the warrior spirit. Anyway, and what I'm saying is, the Vivid Business Club, when you are ready to stop playing small and really step into the person that you were born to be, the most vivid version of you, and get more joy, more energy into your business, get focused as fuck, make more money. When you're ready for all of that and you're ready to do the work on this old noggin, on your mindset, then there you go. You can join anytime. Join anytime. But if you wanted to join at a specific time because you do not know your ass from your elbow, and I'm talking about September energy, and you're like, I have no idea where to begin, I've got to do all this planning, you're telling me I've got a plan, meh, then this is a great time. Because tomorrow, if you're listening to on the 8th, I'm really sorry, I've got an itch where my cold sore is. Got a little hair, I think. When you are, come on, get back on the train, Claire. Do, 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 do. When you listen to this, it's the 8th of September. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the 9th of September, it is the biggest business boost planning session inside the Vivid Business Club. This is where we sit and we plan our year with flexibility. What we do is set that brave dream. Now, setting your brave dream in a room full of people that you might not know them that well is frigging scary. You're basically saying, this is my big dream and this is what I want to do. I shared one of my big dreams. I want to sell out the O2. I want oh my God, the energy. I just think about me standing on that stage and having all these people there to like boost and rewrite their stories and boost their self-belief. And it's all about unstoppable self-belief. And no matter what you want to achieve, you're all there. And can you imagine the energy of a room like that? Oh my God. Oh, and then I want a documentary made about selling out the O2 so that it inspires and reaches even more people, right? Because that's the kind of thing that I want to see. That's the kind of thing that I want to go to. I want to go to events where I am completely immersed in the energy, and that energy like goes into my veins, pumps me up, and allows my unstoppable self-belief to be at full volume. And my doubt, minimal. So when you say, so what I said this brave dream to my brother the other day, and he laughed at me. And I was like, I am not being embarrassed about where I want to go to. And it's always the people closest to you that can't get their head round sometimes how your identity is shifting because of your brave dream. Like, I love my brother. I've always dreamt really big for my brother, He's got big dreams, I think. I'm going to ask him actually. I'm seeing him in a couple of days. But that idea of me sharing that brave dream and him going, "You're going to do what?" I was like, "I've actually told you that dream before and you did the same reaction." It's not putting me off. It's making me want to do it more. But that's okay because his identity, I'm his big sister. Like when he was born and I was basically his second mum. He's sort of thinking, she's gonna nah, she's not gonna do that. But I probably will. No, hold on. It's already done. And so it is. I am gonna do that. You're getting a ticket. One of my other dreams, just side note, is to be on Mel Robbins' podcast. And today I had an email inviting me on Mel Robbins' podcast. Now don't get excited straight away. Like, come on. Um, so supposedly we so I've actually just read it's that it's not safe. It is safe, and it is for me to. I've been invited on Mel Robbins' podcast. I really don't believe it. I've got to pay to be on there. Means I've got to pay to go to. Anyway, I will update you about that in another episode. Not in the next few though, because I'm recording them in a batch. I'm going off on a tangent. I'm sorry. Right, let's come back. Anyway, being in a room, whether it's online or whether it's in person, sharing a brave dream is really brave. That's why we could say the brave dream, because as soon as you say it out loud, there's part of you that's like, people know that that's my dream now, and people will think that that is not that I actually have to do it. And if I fail, then people will know that I failed. So it's better off that I just keep it quiet. But what if saying your brave dream out loud allows you to grow in ways that you can't even imagine right now? That people in that room listen and go, "Oh, that's such a good idea." Think about how much of a boost that is, and whether or not those people in that room actually can help you to get closer to that brave dream. I mean, I'm probably not going to sell out the O2 in a year, but I'm always continuously working towards it. It refines my messaging. It refines my content, how I show up for you on this podcast because of that one dream and my book as well. Anyway, we won't talk about my book right now. So if you are sitting there thinking, I have no idea, or you've got a dream and you're like, oh, I'm a bit, I'm not sure whether it is actually even possible or all of that jazz. You need to get in this room. Now, for £97, you can join the Vivid Business Club. Just £97. That 90-minute session is worth £97 on its own, let alone all of the other cool stuff. So just think, right, you're the beginning of the business year. If you're going to do that from September, you want direction, you want focus, you want clarity about where you're going. You want to land on your desk every day going, I got my shit together. I'm making that shizzle sizzle today. You've got all of that energy. You put it to work and then the money comes in. The joy comes in. The energy comes in. And you're like, oh my God, it's fucking working. I'm stepping into the person I'm supposed to be. Yes, fuck yes, sir. I've got it. I've got it. And that was all because you said yes to 90 minutes in a room with me on Tuesday, the 9th of September. Even better than that, though, if you can't make the live and you join the membership, you watch the recording and you can do it in your own time. There's also something very juicy coming inside the Vivid Business Club because I am making an AI Coach Claire. So there's going to be an AI version of me that is going to support you in the moment 24/7, where you can just talk a voice note to Coach Claire, and she's built like my brain. So my brain is going into AI and it's going to be safeguarded because, like they say about ChatGPT and like sharing information, I'm locking it in. It's only going to be in that little space. Now you can get your hands on it once it's available outside of the Vivid Business Club, but you have to pay extra. Vivid Business Club members are getting it completely free as part of the membership, as well as a resource bank. I'm working on that. And there was something else. I've bloody forgotten what it is. Oh, the Vivid Business Club is so good. I forget how good it is. Coach Claire, resource. Oh, that's it. A full business audit workbook so that you can go through your business step by step, all by yourself, to work out where are the areas that you need to work on so you can move the needle in the right direction. So you're not fannying about working on stuff that don't really matter, doing the busy work, and then you're still sitting there going, what the fuck, what am I supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be growing this business. Oh my God, this is so difficult. I can't even do it. After my elbow, can't stay consistent. And just keep going through that procrastination loop, right? So if you are ready for September energy, if you are ready to make a mark on the next 12 months, get yourself in that room on Tuesday, the 9th of September, and message me. If you need a link, just go and join Vivid Business Club, though. You'll get all the stuff. And the link will be on the show notes, or it's on clairehill.uk. Now, if you don't want to do that, and you're like, Claire, I love you. I love the podcast. I don't need to join the membership yet. Then this is what I want you to do. I want you to sit down with yourself, look over the last year. What has worked well? Where has the money come from? What did you do that you loved? All right. That's the what went well bit. Then look at even better if. Where did you have challenges that you really struggled with? In what particular areas of your business was your mindset triggered, which made your doubt really loud? Where did you not keep your boundaries really secure? And then I want you to look at the opportunities. Where those challenges were created, what opportunities arose from them that you can harness the power of this 12 months? All right. So do a little bit of reflection. Then I want you to set your brave dream. Where do you want to be this time next year? It doesn't have to be just money. It can be the feeling. It can be, maybe it's something that you want to work on, that you want to launch, you want to move, or whatever that brave dream is. Where do you want to be in 12 months? And I want you to push yourself a little bit. I don't want you to just think, what do I believe is actually possible for me right now? I want you to think, what do I want to believe is possible for me now? Okay. Then I want you to split it into 3 parts. This is what we call the thirds inside the Vivid Business Club. I want you to set some of that goal. How are you going to get a third of the way there by the end of December? Now, what changes everything within the Vivid Business Club is the third, which doesn't change everything. It's the mindset stuff. But what really gives you the power of planning so that you can be in charge of where you're going and what you're doing is the thirds planning model, which is what I created, and it's all based around the academic year. So from September, beginning of September to the end of December is 1/3, the first third. Then you have the second third, which goes from the 1st of January to the end of April. Then you have the third, which goes from the 1st of May to the end of August. Now you split those thirds into half, which are the 6. Now that coincides lovely with half terms. So every single time there is a half term, you pause, reflect, and then you sort of recalibrate what that bold goal is going to be. Now goals, and I'm going to do a whole podcast on this, but goals are for growing. They're not forgetting. And this is how though obviously we get close, but we set really bold goals so that you get even further than you imagined first. So if you are sitting there thinking, oh, I love all this energy that Claire's got, I don't know my arse from my elbow. I really feel that like the doubt is getting loud now and the procrastination is getting worse. And I just want to feel like I'm making movement and momentum. And I feel like I want to feel like I'm making headway with my business. I want to be sitting there thinking everything's really coming together. This is what you want to do. Block out that time. And if you can, Get your bum into that business boost tomorrow. £97 for a month. Just join for a month. I don't care if you leave. It's all good. I want you to get the most out of this. All right. Whatever you need right now, there's stuff available for you. And my thought, come back thought. If you can't make the live, don't worry, because it'll be recorded and you can do it in your own time. Okay. Right. How was that for time? 20 minutes, a bit longer. Oh, I didn't even do an intro, did I? Bum. Oh, I did a little bit. But anyway, I'm a self-belief and business coach. It's in my story. I'll start the next one with that. Thank you so much for listening. I really, really appreciate you for showing up for you. Hopefully you've made some notes and you're going to actually implement what I've asked you to do. Let me know how you get on. I love DMs. Share this episode with someone that you really think needs it, or that you think that I'm a little bit of them. And just, you got this, babe. Just believe that everything is happening exactly as it should. Trust the process. And remember, you're a freaking warrior. Go be vivid, my love. All right, see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother, Phil Vick.